Chosen one, have you ever wondered why you suffer? I have revelations for you. Maybe you don't know it, but you make a fundamental mistake. You bear the burden of the mistakes of others, and it is crucial that you become aware of it. Welcome to the door of consciousness, where the quest for spiritual consciousness begins. Today we are going to exploit a very delicate subject. Sit down comfortably and listen carefully. Comment on whether you found the subject of the video interesting, and comment 0 if you didn't find it interesting, so that in the next video I do better. Karma, the key concept of Buddhism, represents the law of cause and effect. This notion teaches that each of our actions, thoughts, and intentions influence our future. According to this belief, karma does not resume to a philosophical idea, but constitutes a truth governing the universe and our place in it. In simple terms, karma means that our actions determine our future. By acting with kindness and compassion, we are likely to get positive results in the future. Conversely, harmful or selfish acts will not be so. This principle is essential to understand how our behavior shapes our destiny. Karma emphasizes personal responsibility. It reminds us that we are responsible for our actions and their consequences. This responsibility extends to our thoughts and intentions, and not just to our physical actions. Our inner life, including our emotions and attitudes, plays a crucial role in the creation of our karmic path. By cultivating positive thoughts and intentions, we can influence our future in a favorable way. The importance of karma goes beyond individual lives. It affects the collective experience of communities and even the whole world. When people act in a positive way, it creates a beneficial training effect for others that you absolutely must not stop. Continue to read to discover what it is about. Karma acts as a silent witness, minutely recording each of our thoughts and actions. This principle precisely underlines the impact of our choices on our lives. Each decision, whether major or minor, contributes to the tapestry of our existence, reflecting the cumulative impact of our behaviors. Each action we undertake is a reflection of our actions. Each word that we pronounce and each thought that we inhabit leave a mark on our karmic file. Contrary to human memory, which can be selective and fallible, the register of karma is infallible and exhaustive. It captures the essence of our intentions and the true nature of our actions, whether they are visible to others or hidden in our mind. This precise recording process highlights the dynamic nature of karma. Our lives are not static. They are continually shaped and remodeled by our choices. Just as the course of a river is modified by the stones and debris it encounters, the path of our life is influenced by the accumulation of our actions. Actions and positive thinking are not static. We are heading towards favorable results, while the negatives can mislead us. Understanding the role of silent witnesses of karma also emphasizes personal responsibility. This reminds us that nothing escapes observation, or the taking into account in the big diagram of existence. This awareness can encourage us to be more attentive to our actions and thoughts, knowing that they have a lasting impact on our life path. Understanding the importance of discerning our own responsibilities is crucial when it comes to karma. Each individual carries his own karmic charge, shaped by his thoughts, his actions, action, and decision. Taking charge of the karma of others is not only useless, but can also harm our own spiritual progression. Karma works on the principle that each person must face the consequences of his own actions. When we try to take charge of someone else's karma, we interfere with this natural process. It is important to recognize that everyone must live the results of their own actions. It is not a question of indifference or lack of compassion, but to understand the fundamental law that governs our existence. Trying to absorb or attenuate the karma of others disturbs the balance that karma seeks to maintain. Those who go through difficult times are faced with consequences of their own past actions. Intervening in this process does not help them to learn and grow from their experiences. Trying to take care of others' karma can lead to stress and unnecessary imbalance in our own lives. We can feel overwhelmed and exhausted by the emotional and spiritual weight of problems that do not belong to us. This can obstruct our own growth and prevent us from focusing on our personal journey. It is essential to maintain a clear boundary between our responsibilities and those of others. To take charge of the karma of others can significantly disrupt our spiritual path and create an imbalance in our lives. When we assume the karmic responsibilities of others, we interfere with their natural process of learning and growth. The karma of each person is intimately linked to his actions, decisions, and experiences. By taking charge of their karma, we do not only harm their progress, but we also compromise our own spiritual well-being. One of the main risks of assuming the karma of others is the risk of harm, is the creation of personal stress. Carrying someone else's burdens can be exhausting on an emotional and spiritual level. We can find ourselves submerged by problems and challenges that are not ours to solve. This additional stress can divert our attention from our own path, causing confusion and disturbance in our spiritual journey. The energy and effort we spend to manage the karma of others can prevent us from dealing with our own problems and responsibilities. Plus, we may not fully understand the extent of someone else's actions. Each person's karma is unique and complex, shaped by their actions over time. By assuming their karma, we could involuntarily take on negative consequences that we are not prepared to deal with. This can lead to complications and additional setbacks in our own lives. It is essential to recognize that we are not equipped to manage the entire karmic path of someone else. Protecting our personal energy is crucial for spiritual progress and general well-being. One of the most effective ways to do this is through meditation and to establish limits. Limits are not rigid walls designed to isolate us. On the contrary, they are filters that allow us to interact with the world, with empathy, without being submerged. Establishing limits helps us protect our energy. We do not function optimally. Establishing limits guarantees that we keep this energy intact, allowing us to nourish our own well-being. This does not mean that we become selfish or mean. On the contrary, we learn to give and receive in a sustainable and balanced way. An important aspect of protecting our personal energy is knowing when to say no. It can be difficult to refuse other people's requests and when to say no to others. Transcription by ESO. Translation by We preserve our energy for what really matters, including our own well-being and personal development. Cultivating a good karma involves practicing a conscious life and making deliberate choices that positively contribute to our lives and to those of others. By understanding that our actions, thoughts, and words have consequences, we can make deliberate efforts to generate positive karma. This does not only benefit us, but also creates a wave of positivity in the world. Living consciously is the basis of the cultivation of good karma. This means being aware of our actions and their impact on ourselves and others. By living consciously, we can make choices that are in accordance with our values, compassion and respect. This approach encourages us to be present in the moment, to think before acting, and to consider the long-term effects of our behavior. A practical way to cultivate good karma is through acts of kindness. Simple gestures such as helping a neighbor, giving a donation to a charitable organization, or offering a kind word can have a significant impact. These actions do not need to be grandiose or elaborate. Even small acts of kindness can contribute to positive karma. The important thing is to carry out these actions with a sincere intention, without expecting anything in return. Volunteering is another powerful way to generate good karma. By giving our time and our efforts to help others, we contribute to the well-being of our community. The volunteer benefits not only those who need it, but also enriches our own lives by offering us a feeling of purpose and satisfaction. They connect us to others and remind us of the importance of compassion and empathy. Transforming negative karma involves recognizing our past actions and making conscious positive changes in our lives. We open the way to reparations and positive changes. Deliberate positive actions are powerful tools to transform negative karma. Kindness, generosity, and compassion can counterbalance the effects of previous harmful actions. For example, helping others in need, volunteering, and practicing forgiveness can generate positive karma. These actions must be accomplished with a sincere intention, by focusing on the well-being of others, rather than waiting for immediate rewards. Positive intentions are just as important. Our thoughts and attitudes shape our karma as much as our actions. Cultivating a positive state of mind is the key. It involves letting go of anger, resentment, and negative thoughts. Instead, we should focus on love, compassion, and understanding. Meditation and mindfulness practices can help us develop a positive mental state, thus influencing our actions and our karma. Karma affects not only our immediate lives, but also the universe in the broad sense. The law of karma emphasizes that our actions, thoughts, and intentions have profound consequences that extend beyond the present moment. Understanding this interconnection helps us appreciate the profound impact of our behavior on the world and motivates us to act more positively, to act responsibly and in a compatible manner. Create an effective training that influences not only our own, but also that of the people around us. The acts of kindness and generosity can inspire others to behave in the same way, favoring a community of positivity and support. For example, when we help a neighbor or volunteer in our community, we give a positive example that can encourage others to do the same. This reaction is followed by good actions, can significantly improve the collective well-being of our community. In contrast, negative actions and harmful behavior also have a training effect. To say hurtful words or to give yourself away can sow discord and mistrust, affecting relationships and creating a negative atmosphere. The consequences of these actions can extend far beyond the present moment, leading to long-term conflicts and misunderstandings. This illustrates the importance of thoughtful and careful behavior, because our actions can have lasting impacts. If you are still there, I thank you for your attention. If you enjoyed the content and would like to see more, please consider clicking the subscribe button. Your support is much appreciated. Feel free to share your experiences or thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, take care and subscribe for more enlightening content.